What's up, guys? Soldief back in the video here on the second channel, Soldief Plays. Now today I'm doing something different. I'm doing like sort of like a podcast interview type of thing. Today we got Power on here, and down the line I might do more of these. You know, if this video is good or if you guys want me to do more of these, I could do more podcasts or maybe even make a separate channel. You know, maybe even me and Power will make like our own like podcast type channel. But
you want to do that?
I do, like down the line. For sure.
Power and solo?
Oh, I don't know. I always want to do like podcasts because it's basically what we do already. You know what I mean? It's like streaming, but like without the gameplay.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are watching this, drop a like if you guys want to see like another one of these, or if you guys want me to do more, sub up if you haven't. But like, oh my, I wrote down so much like preparing for this.
I feel like you have terrible questions. I don't know why.
I don't know if it's gonna go really good or really bad. Like, I don't know.
You're scaring me. I was like
scaring
shaking
myself. Okay. All right, so let's start off with a little like an easy question. You know, how did you get into 2K? Like, was it your own choice? Did you play games beforehand, or like did someone put you on?
I always used to like collect like sports games. So I had like NBA Live, I had MLB, the show, I had NCAA football, NCAA basketball. They used to have every sports game, and all I used to do was play like these franchise modes. And I remember one day I went over a friend's house, and he had the Kobe. What 2K was that? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what 2K that was, but it had a Kobe on there, and he doesn't look black on the cover. He looks like white on the cover.
He looks white.
Yeah, you know what cover? You don't know this cover?
I think it's
there's a 2K cover of Kobe,
like
and he just
7 maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but I went over his friend's house. He had 2K, and I used to always play NBA Live, and that's when the first time I got like 2K in my mind. But I remember they dropped this huge like micro remote, and that kind of got me interested. I was like, I want to kind of play as myself and my own player. So I think it was 2K12 or 2K13. I bought 2K, but it was still kind of like, okay, friends come over, I use it. And the first time I really got into 2K was 2K14, and that's when they had like a my GM mode, and then they had like the park, and I wanted to be a GM so bad. I don't know if you know that's
I did that too.
So.
I did that with Madden and like a bunch of games. Wait, did you play like crew mode in like 2K13?
No, I never played that. I never played online.
That.
I told you this. I never played online before Xbox One. Like I would have the games, but I'd only play offline modes. So you guys were like, I don't know. I got into gaming like I feel like so late. Like
was
I feel
2K like one of your first games, or was it like?
No. Oh my god. Okay, you know I have a game. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I don't know if I should tell you this, but like I have this game. I don't remember getting it. I think it's my parents got it for me. But do you know the first 2K I have?
2K2.
I think it's 2K3 and it has Jordan on the cover.
I think I might have played that too, because I used to play like with like my dad on like the PS2 or something.
I don't know. Like I always remember having a gaming console. I had the PS2 and I have like that Jordan one. And I used to play it because Jordan was retired, and I always would want to play like with Jordan. And that's the only game I had with Jordan in it.
Okay. All right. So we got like a simple question out of the way. Now let's get deep. Let's get into your personal life. No, I'm kidding. All right. No. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that people like want to hear us talk about. We never really like do anything like
Ask
this.
the questions. Gotta get to the
I
stuff.
know. There's some good stuff in here, but let's just talk about like the come up. Like now you have like 775,000 subs. You're partnered on Twitch, verified on Twitter. Like there's a bunch of different stuff I could go on about. But like, how did you like get to this point? Like, where did it start? Like, what's the process like there?
It all started like. I was just a person that like I always liked 2K. In 2K15, I hit Legend 3 kind of like in the summer, and then 2K16 came out, and that was I feel like the game that kind of like changed my life and everything.
Didn't someone tell you to stream?
Yeah, so like I was just like I just played 16, and I found myself one day I was on the leaderboards. Like you used to load in the park and you used to have like this leaderboard and it showed everybody's name, and I wasn't like a streamer or a content creator or anything. I was this person like, okay, I'm this top rep. And then my friend one day was like, okay, you gotta stream. Like, probably you gotta stream, because he was like, streamers get back-to-back games and we just can't get games. So if you start your Twitch stream, then we'll just get a ton of games. And I just like...
Was that Andrew?
Yeah, that was Andrew. How do you remember this?
I don't know.
You're weird.
No, I wrote that down. No, I'm kidding.
That was Andrew. And I didn't want to do it. Just because I was like, I never streamed before, and this is like awkward. And I was always been like, you know this all about. I've always been like a shy person. I was like, how am I just gonna talk to people and random people? Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like that's uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So we made a bet, and the bet was, he said if I got less than 5 viewers, then he would pay me $25. No, it was the other way. No, if I got less than 5 viewers, if I got less than 5 viewers, he would pay me $25. And if I got more than 5 viewers going live in like 5 or 10 minutes, then I'd have to pay him $25.
And you get like a ton.
What do you mean a ton?
You get I got
like when I went live. Yeah, I got like 30 viewers out of nowhere. And this is my first stream ever.
Were
so
you
I was
even
like,
promoting
wow.
it, or like how did people?
No, I didn't promote it. I didn't promote it. Here's what happened. So people would add me in on Xbox because I'm top rep. And when you used to go live, because I went live just off my Xbox on Twitch, it used to pop up with a notification like, this user's online, you know? So I guess all these people came through, and I was just thinking like, this is free money, but I ended up having to pay him $25, and I just kind of had fun like talking to people for a second. So I just kept streaming, and that's kind of how like it all started, honestly. If it wasn't for that day, I don't think I'd ever would have started streaming, because I told people, there's a lot of people in the YouTube, like, I don't know, like everybody else I know, they're like, oh, I used to watch this YouTube, or like, I didn't know 2K YouTubers even existed.
Did you even watch YouTube?
No, I didn't even watch YouTube. Like, I don't know any classic.
You watch TV?
YouTubers. Yeah, I watch TV.
Okay, I just had to
What do you think I am?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't watch YouTube because my parents were always like, oh, like social media is weird. Like, don't go on social media.
Yeah.
I don't know if your parents are like that now. Like, they don't care, or do they?
They don't really care. I mean, at first it was kind of weird. I think the first one that I had was like Facebook.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like let me have it at one point. But like at first they were like kind of skeptical about it.
Yeah, like my parents like never wanted me on stuff, so it's like I never kind of like experienced a lot of that, honestly.
All right, so like same topic. I kind of have like some like minor questions about it. So like,
okay,
obviously your parents like know about it now, but like how deep into like the whole YouTube thing were you when like you told them initially? You know what I mean?
I don't know. My parents were like, they're like not nosy, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't understand. You know what I mean? Especially because I have like older parents. So I kind of just kept it a secret, and I would play. They knew I played video games, but they didn't know what I was for. They would be like, "Okay, who are you talking to?" Like, and my kind of theory is, okay, I'm not gonna tell them, and I didn't really explain to them until I started making money. And then at that point, it was like they had access and seen my bank account, so it's like they would just see like money appear in my bank account. They were like, okay. They used to think like,
so they came to
drugs. Yeah, they're like, are you doing drugs? Like, where are you getting this money from? So then it's like, I couldn't really keep it completely a secret. I had to explain, you know, like I'm doing YouTube and I'm getting money and I'm not doing some kind of like drug deal or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So they came to me. I really never told them. They kind of maybe like knew, but like I never came out and told them like, oh, you know, I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing streaming. I kind of explained to them more as it went on, just because I didn't want them to be like suspicious. But it was not until I made money like they kind of figured out. So like they didn't really care. Like they did care. They like they didn't really know what's going on. Yeah, they just don't know what's going on. Okay, I can tell you the story solo about my Twitch. So you know when you Twitch, you have to input info, right? The social security. Yeah, so what I did, I was like, I need my social security number for school. And I just lied and I put it in there. They just gave it right over? Yeah, like they did, because they always felt like I should know my social security number. So I don't know. Some people actually go out and they're like, they ask their parents, like, "Oh, I want to sign up for Twitch." Like, I don't even do that. That was some of like the weirdest things for like me. Was like, there's two things that come to mind, which is like that when I had to get my social security and like explain all that, and then also when you first get monetized on YouTube. At least for me, I don't know if it was different for you, but like they have to like mail something to your house. Oh yes. I just like got the mail. Like I kind of snuck it. Like I didn't. You really, snuck in and got the mail. They didn't know that I got that, but then they just started seeing the money. So that's like, nah. What'd they say? Did they care or like you? I mean, I had done it in the past, but it wasn't for like a lot of money. You know what I mean? It would be like a few dollars here, maybe like $50 at most for like a month. And then it just started going higher and higher. Wait, is that even a payout? They didn't even pay out $50. Nah, it was like just like streaming like back in the day and stuff like donations. So where'd you get the $50 from? I was like Twitch and you. Oh, like a donation. I got you. Yeah. You would tell them about like a $30 or $50 donation. I mean, they would see it. Okay, here's the funny story. So, when I first got partnered on Twitch, I like didn't make any money or anything from it, and I need to get emotes because my friend told me to apply for partnership. He was like, "You get like 200 viewers, go apply to partnership." So I applied for partnership. I didn't even know what that was, and people were like, "Oh, you need emotes now," and I was like, "Where do I go?" So this designer hit me up. I swear he like scammed me or something, Solo. It was
Oh
bad.
yeah, I think you told me this. Like,
Yeah, I
paid,
told
like,
you
a
this.
lot.
Yes. So this is how I did it. I didn't even have money. So I got like my parents to give me a gift card for my birthday just to get these emotes. And I went over and he was charging me like $25 an emote. Solo.
I swear I remember you telling me this.
And it was like, bro, like, so I bought all these emotes and they were trash. But it's like I didn't know anybody, so I just used it, bro. And I used to always be self-conscious about that because it's like everybody else had these great, nice emotes. And I was the one guy, like, my emotes were like garbage. And people would make fun, like, people would clown me for my emotes. I remember Nadas made like a whole stream clowning my emotes. Like, it was bad. Yes.
A whole stream.
Yeah, he was like clowning. He was like, you got those power emotes. Oh my God. I remember it. Yeah,
all right, so before we move on to the next topic, I guess kind of staying on this one, if there was one person you had to pick that helped you the most get to where you are now, who would it be? It's a really tough question.
That's so tough, bro. Because there's people that like help me get started.
To them now. It could be
and then there's people that like elevated me to the next level. So I say somebody that really always helped me a lot, I feel like was Hank. Because he helped me get from like, okay, I was just known in like these Xbox clans in the sub community. And then when Hank joined HG and he made HG this huge thing, it's like everybody knew me. Everybody knew HG. And then I like got capitalized down and took it to the next level. So I feel like Hank is one of the few people, like, without him, I don't think I'd be as big as I am now. Just because I feel like he made me like known not just on Xbox but on PlayStation and like all around the community.
He kind of like started it.
Yeah, but there's also people that have helped me in other ways too. Like, it's not almost like clout wise. There's people that like the teammates that used to play with me way back when, like Andy. Obviously, I think he helped me a lot of times when we used to put up with people and play.
Or no?
No. I helped Supreme.
Oh. Wait, you don't think you helped Vandy?
Like, I did, but like, here's the thing. Like, I feel like Vandy was there when I was smaller, so it's like I couldn't have done it without him. Supreme, where it's like I was so clouded already. It's like I could have just picked up somebody else. You know, like once you get 200, 300,000 subscribers, everybody wants to play with you, Solo, you know?
Yeah, I know.
But when you're at 10, 20,000 subscribers, finding a good teammate, finding somebody to help you with videos, finding someone that wants to be involved, that's so difficult. It's like right now, we can go and say, I need a video. We can get you, we can get him, we can get multiple YouTubers. But when I was smaller, that just like wasn't the case.
It's hard to get people.
Yeah, I'd say Hank. I'd say somebody like Vandy, even though he ditched me. But that 17-year, he helped me a lot. And I'd say like DF, like a lot of DF guys. Grinding helped me so much. Oh God, Grinding helped me take my content to the next level. A lot of you guys helped me, like having the whole group, you, Clutch, Luck, Henry. So, I mean, DF obviously helped me blow up, but there's a lot of people to start too. Wait, who would you say? No, I'm just curious. Do you have a person?
It's gotta be you.
Oh, are you serious? So you just say that because I'm here?
I mean, it's gotta be you. I mean, I could really think about it, but I don't think there would be another person to top it.
Wow. Well, thanks.
All right, this is the last question. This might be a bad question or a good question. I don't know, because we kind of already talked about it, but it's like I wrote it down, so I'm gonna talk about it anyways.
Yeah.
Like, is there anyone that did or said something to you a while back that like really changed your path? Like maybe it was like something minor they said to you, and then it just like, for example, someone told you to stream one day, and then ever since you've just like haven't stopped streaming, like something like that.
Yeah, I think I told you this story. You know this story, don't you, or no?
Probably. I don't know what you're gonna say.
Okay, so it was in 2K16 we were playing. Like there was a lot of people like starting streaming, and I remember I saw like a lot of top reps getting views. I saw like Saucy get like 50, 100 views. I saw C-Boy get like 100 views in the stream, and I was like, maybe I should start streaming too, because I'm a top streamer. And I remember still in this party, like they were laughing about me, and they were like, oh well, you streaming? They said like, nobody knows anything about you. They were like, nobody knows what you look like. Nobody knows your race. Who's gonna relate to you? Like, no, you're not gonna get any viewers streaming. And I always think of that because I always want to prove them wrong. That, you know, like, I could build a fan base that, you know what I mean? Like that I was like worthy and it was possible for me to do. So I don't know why I remember that, but I still think in that party, even though that was like years ago, that they said like I couldn't do it. Because that's what motivates me the most. So like proving somebody wrong. Like if I have an enemy, if I have somebody that like I can prove wrong, that motivates me so much. Like it pushes me to new levels.
That's one of the topics. So I guess we'll just talk about that one because I was about to go to a different topic, but since it's like, you know, we're on the topic, it's like what keeps you motivated and like what would you recommend to like others like trying to be content creators to like keep them motivated?
There's
so
a couple
start with
of
the
things.
first one. Like what keeps you motivated?
One, you gotta go with like you gotta have fun and you gotta have a passion about it. But like I always say like, okay, at the start, there's always going to be a fun and then there's going to be a passion.
Yeah.
But then that wears off. It gets old and you got to have like discipline and you got to like want it. So you got to look at your future and what you want. Or like for me, a lot of times it was like people who said I couldn't do it or the doubters. I proved so many people wrong. Like there's a lot of people that somebody would talk shit to me and say like, oh, you're a random or you're trash or you'll never become anything. Like the thing in 2K16 people used to say about me solo was, oh, when this top up is gone, you're gonna be a nobody again.
They still say that, I feel like.
You don't know this, but in 2K17, yeah, they still kind of say that.
Not
in 2K17,
to you, but to top reps.
Yeah, in the top reps they say that. But in 2K17, I purposely didn't hit top rep just so I could show, you know what, I can grow, and I don't need top rep. That's, you know what I mean? That's not why I'm known. I'm known because I'm me.
I remember you made that video saying you weren't gonna go for it.
Yeah, it was like there were time constraints, but also like I wanted to prove that I could do it myself. I didn't want to get in the cycle because there was a cycle of top reps where it's like you feel like you got to hit top rep every single year to stay relevant, and I don't want to be one of those people. So I feel like the next stuff is something that's been motivating me a lot lately. Solo is like all the people that say about DFO, like, you guys are nothing without 2K. What are people? What are you guys gonna do if 2K falls
You're
off?
mentioning
Like
that today.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's annoying, bro, because it's like we're like one of the biggest clans ever. We have millions of subscribers. I absolutely know we can do anything. We can do IRL. We can do any game on the planet because I know people like us for us. And there's a lot of people just because we've chosen and we like to do 2K. Now they try to act like, oh, you guys can't do anything else.
They think we're limited.
Yeah, but we're not limited. They
don't realize like how many big creators we have and like how smart you really have to be to like do this. Where I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be hard to transfer over to like other stuff, but I feel like we're smart enough to like,
we're smart enough to do it, and it's gonna be like, so it's like that's the next step. Solo, I want to prove people wrong that DF is just about 2K, and I want to show everybody that we as a clan can be way bigger than 2K. So that's the next step. I always go on baby steps. Like Solo, if you look through my career, I didn't even get my first PC to stream until 2K19. I didn't get my Elgato until 2K17. So sometimes I've gone slowly, but I feel like when I finally done it, it's been boom. So I think we can do it. So that's my next like motivation. Like right now, that's kind of keeping me going. I wanna prove everybody wrong.
I feel like there's another thing that I've heard you say before. It's like,
what?
You don't really want to like let people down too.
Yeah, I don't like.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't like letting people down. That's what keeps me going a lot of times. Like in 2K18, I would have been quit if I was there by myself. But I had this clan. I had number one. I would have quit after HG. Chad is the guy that pushed me. He was like, "Okay, we need you to make another clan," and I didn't want to let Chad down.
You said this DF wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Chad. Low key.
Yeah,
like obviously we're not crediting all of this to Chad, but like he kind of pushed you to make the clan.
I literally told him I didn't want to make a clan. I was like done with clans because I made like 3 or 4 clans, HG, RG, TNF, got nuts, and none of them worked out. And I was like, maybe you just can't make a clan in this community. Maybe everyone's just a clout chaser. And I started over with DF because I was like, Chad, you can make a clan if you want, but he really pushed me. He was like, you have to be the leader and you have to make a clan. So I started it now, and like it's how it is. And I never wanted to. There was times with 18 when I wanted to quit, but I was like, I don't know. It's something about me.
DF was already a thing, or?
Yes, when DF was a thing. But it's like, okay, I recruited all these people. I got all these people in a clan. I told them I was going to make a clan. And it just seems wrong to me to be like, okay, I'm going to quit and I'm going to dip out on them. Like, there's something that like bothers me about that. So what kept me going through all of 2K18, even though I didn't really upload or grind that hard, is I wanted to keep DF together. And I wanted to make sure everybody else would succeed. And I was so happy when Brian succeeded in 19 because like he made it, you know?
Yeah.
That made me feel so good.
Okay. I don't know if I'm just like a genius planner here or what, but like writing down these questions, because like the segues are going perfect. So this like goes into a topic of like DF, and like you don't have to answer this, I guess, completely honest if there's like some details you don't want to like include, but has there ever been a time where like DF almost ended, or have you ever seriously thought about ending DF? When and why?
Ooh, we can think about it different times. All right, so time number 1, 2K18, and it was this video, and I put up an NBA player. And I was going there to put up an NBA player, and Malone, who didn't talk,
oh my god,
and never made videos, he hopped on the spot before me and played the NBA player before I was able to get on the spot, and beat him. And it was and then the NBA player got off, and I was like so upset because in 2K18 there wasn't much content, wasn't much videos, and the fact that Malone would go in, play the NBA player, steal my video, and it's like he didn't even make videos. It's not like he was trying to get video for himself. It was like he did not make content. He didn't even talk. And there was a whole situation where he was like clearly like a pedophile or anything, but we're not gonna talk about that. But it was annoying to me that he literally messed up my video for nothing. And nobody seemed to care in the clan. They were like, oh, like they fucking love Malone. So I was like, nobody cares about my problems. I'm the only one struggling out here to try to make content. You guys just don't care. So I left the group chat. You don't know this, Solo, because you were in the clan.
I might know this. Was this like when you like disappeared for like 2 weeks? Or was it a different time?
I don't know. I don't think I disappeared. Like I was still there and I would talk to people, but I left the group chat for 2 months.
2 months.
2 months. I left the group chat.
2 months.
Left the group chats.
Like, did you talk to anyone in DF?
I would talk to people. Yeah, I just wasn't in the group chat.
Like, how far into DF was this? Like,
this was like the summer of 18. It was like March or April.
4 months in.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months in, and I don't know how it like stayed together, low key. But
who do you credit that to for keeping it together? Or is it like no one? It just kind of.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Like people just didn't leave for some reason.
Yeah, people just didn't leave. But that's the time where it almost ended. But like I didn't end the clan, but I just was out of the group chat. I was like, I can't talk to these people anymore.
Is that the closest it came to ending?
That's one of the closest. But I'm gonna tell you about number 2 now. Number 2 is
this might get spicy.
When we got the overtime offer that you know about. So
yeah.
Overtime, like when they had the overtime TW, overtime offered like me and Grind into it, and they were offering like this house, they were offering a salary, and they said we had like the NDF to obviously join.
I remember Chalk was very like annoyed about this when he was in.
Yeah, he was annoyed, and it was something like we thought about because obviously like this big organization offering you like all this money and a place to live, but it's like I really didn't want to give up on DF, and I always felt like if somebody's trying to buy you out solo, that means you're already worth too much. You know what I mean? So I felt like what we had in DF was special. And it was kind of like what Overtime was trying to do is they were trying to pay me to go build up their organization and clan for them. And it's like, why would I do that for somebody else when I can just do that for myself? You know?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, so I would never do something like that. So just me personally, I don't care what org hits us up. I would never like build it for them, you know? Like if they don't have anything pre-existing, I don't care. You're not paying me to build it up for you. What?
I see. I was gonna say, because you said like none. Like I'm saying, like what if like, you know, like a FaZe or 100 Thieves or something comes to you with like a lot of money, like, you know, I feel like with money, like you could kind of make like people do whatever.
Yeah, I feel like you could.
With the right amount of money.
With a FaZe or 100 Thieves, I don't know. I feel like
we obviously want to do our own thing, but
I feel like personally, like I probably wouldn't do it because
I feel like it wouldn't own like.
Because here's the thing: if FaZe is offering us money, how much money are we making already? You know, like that's how I feel. Like FaZe wouldn't be offering us anything unless we were already booming.
I feel like
if we're already booming, I would say no.
It would have to not only be like crazy money, but it would have to be like generational type money.
Yeah, it would have to be like. It would have to be a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, I don't think if you offer me 100K, I'm not doing that.
We're trying to make our own thing,
right? And then there's so much power and ownership, Solo. Like, if we own and make our own thing, that's how you get to like super rich. But if you just become Like if we're
We
just
become a part of them. Like they're not going to include us in all that type of stuff.
Yes, exactly. So it's so much, and it's so much better to do it yourself, in my opinion.
Okay, so would you say those are the two closest times, or I mean, there might be stuff you don't want to talk about, or anything else on that topic?
I think that's the two closest times. There was never another time where we're like, okay, we're gonna end.
Okay. All right. So again, because I feel like there's probably like content creators or like people that want to be content creators watching this. When it comes to like consistency, how important do you think that is, and like how hard is it to maintain it?
I think when you're starting out, it's incredibly important to be consistent. Like I streamed for 5 months straight every single day when I started streaming.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I used to always have like benchmarks and results. So one of the things that I used to have when I was smaller was like, okay, I got to see my revenue, like
You
go
still
up,
have those.
like,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I gotta be
told
like,
me.
I gotta see my revenue like double, or I gotta see my sub count like double. And I believe in being consistent, but I feel like some people are consistent too much to a fault. And
Yeah.
like some of the people that have 0 viewers and they're consistently streaming every single day.
You gotta make
If
a
you're
change.
consistently streaming every single day with 0 viewers,
You gotta make a
then you need to
change.
stop streaming and do something else, you know?
Or make a change.
Yeah, or make a change. So like, I feel like you have to utilize your resources in the best way. Don't just stream to say you're streaming. Don't just make a video to say you're making a video. I feel like you need to realize the best ways to grow yourself, and you need to adjust what you're doing depending on what's happening. So be consistent in the sense that you're always doing something, but don't be consistent in the sense that you're just always doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like don't like stagnate either. Like consistent. Like
Yep.
I'm kind of like showing like my hand, like not a straight line, but you want to be like consistently improving. So like consistently going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And another thing is like with content creators, we always stress a lot like consistency, and you gotta always be uploading, always be streaming if you want to make it. But I feel like something we don't stress enough is like they have to make good content to like that. I feel like that wins in the end. If you can make really good content, like
okay, so do you
make
believe?
it.
Because I hear a lot of small creators and people in general talking about like, oh, like you'd like to blow up. I'm a person where
A little bit.
I think there's luck involved, but I feel like the cream always rises to the top.
No.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
if you make good content, like I could make a whole new YouTube. If I made amazing content, then I would still somehow find a way to get
Oh
subs.
my god, what's that guy's name? There was someone that did a test on that. Did you see that?
Ludwig.
Yes,
Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Yeah, I love Ludwig.
I watched
But
that
how do
video.
say
Did you
his
see
name?
that?
Yes, I
So
did.
basically, I'll just explain it. Not too long, but he made a second account, and it was like in the matter of days, he gained like how many subs? Is it like I don't know, 10K. I don't know, 10K subs. He got like over 100K views on a video because the video was really good and he promoted it the right way. Another thing, I don't know this. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about it because like content creation and stuff like that is like people always say like you need to be consistent and like thumbnails matter and tags matter and all these things matter. But I feel like at the end of the day, content matters like the most. What do you think? Like
It does.
view
It
duration, that
does.
type of stuff like helps
Yeah, I think
if people are actually interested.
I think if people are actually interested, it helps the most too. Like, now obviously, like thumbnails do matter.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, but it's like none of that's gonna matter if your content's terrible. Like, it's more like once your content is good, then you can focus on thumbnail and titles and tags because that'll help it push it even further. But people sometimes be like, "Oh, I have the perfect thumbnail," but like the video itself, like I can go watch anyone's video right now, and I can almost be like, okay. Like this is why you don't have subs, or this is why you have subs.
Okay.
Like honestly, and that's not me like being personally interested. Like I don't know about you, Solo. Like I can watch people's videos that I wouldn't be interested in, but I can tell it's a good video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one that I low-key, because I don't know, I was preparing for this like a couple days ago, so I wrote down a lot of stuff. But this is a question that I low-key just added like right before this, because someone like recommended it to me. Like, do you think 2K will like ever fall off views wise? Because I remember you used to say like people always watch 2K. Like, there's always gonna be a floor. You can always like get views. And I'm not asking if you see yourself like doing this forever, but like, do you think there will be a point where like the community is just in shambles and like you really can't get views?
See, I think you will always be able to get views in 2K, but it's like, what type of views are we talking about? When I think of like views. I'm thinking of views where you can blow up and you can actually like make a living off of it. Now you might always be able to get like some type of views, but is it enough for you could actually like be a content creator and make money off of it? I don't know, but I think there always is a floor for 2K. Like I don't think ever it's gonna be like 0 views at 2K, but obviously we're seeing this year like it's hard to grow, it's hard to get bigger. It's hard to get to like 400, 500K or anything like that, but like you could still get to like 50, 100K, you know what I mean? And I think that's where 2K could go, where it's like, okay, yeah, you can still build a fan base, but you're never gonna, I don't know. I feel like
downhill and getting harder and harder.
Yeah, I feel like, bro, like, I feel like it's becoming so hard. Like, people, this was the golden age we had. We had Davis, we had Cheeseaholic, we had Duke, we had Agent all hitting the mail. I feel like in the future, if you didn't start like 1920, it might be almost impossible to hit a mill of 2K.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a better question. Like, there's always going to be creators that are like kind of stable and they can come and make 2K videos, but I feel like the better question is like, will someone ever be able to like blow up off of 2K? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not saying will like someone like a Fredo be able to get on 2K and get views, because he will. I'm just saying like, can someone blow up off of it? Like, I don't know. Well, yeah, they can, but like in the future, like I don't know, it might go downhill. You think it's going downhill?
I think in the past couple years, like I haven't really seen that many blow ups. I used to see hella blow ups in 19 and 20, and I'm not gonna say people don't blow up in 21, 22, but it's rare. It's like 1 or 2 people the entire year, and if they do blow up, it's like maybe it's not as big as it was before, or they did something different, completely different. But it's like I don't see the blow ups I used to see.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
I feel like almost like me, Luck, and Clutch, and even Henry are like the last of the blow ups, the real blow ups. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like 21 and 22, we didn't really have crazy blow ups. Like Speed, we had Speed.
We had Speed.
That's different, kind of. Like he's just insane.
Yeah,
that's not because of the game too.
I feel like Speed didn't really blow up off his like performance or anything on the game. I feel like it was just his personality and like the TikToks. Like the sub count thing is what blew Speed up, low key.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's always possible, but I feel like it's a lot harder. But you're one of the few people like in the 2K community where it's like, okay, you guys gain 200, 300K in a year. Who's done that since then? Besides Speed. Has anyone gained 200, 300K?
Other than Speed?
I can't think of anybody. Can you?
We're talking at the bottom too. We're not talking like going from 500 to 800K.
Yeah, right? we're talking about going from like 0 to 10K to 200 to 300K. And I haven't seen somebody do that in like 2 years besides Speed.
I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking hard. I can't. I don't know. I think Flexen had a little mini blow up, but I don't know if it was 200K in a year.
He's, I guess, like solid one.
Yeah.
He's the best example, I feel like.
Yeah, Flexen's the only example. I've seen other people, but it's like slow growth. It's not like boom, you know?
You got to be really different to like blow up right now. Even then, it's hard. So the next thing, because again, I feel like there's people like trying to learn, or like content creators trying to take stuff from this. So like obviously growth is really hard right now in the 2K community. What do you think is the #1 way to like grow right now? Which is like a really tough question. But like, what would you like recommend to someone, like, or maybe if you were like a little guy, like I know you said like you might not even be uploading if you were small, but like let's say you wanted to upload, like I don't know.
Well, obviously you get on the tutorials and the build videos and everything, and I think that's a really good way to grow. I think TikTok is like a big way to grow.
Like what songs
TikTok,
doing?
you get some like some songs and like Will doing, and I feel like that's a way to transfer fan base. And I feel like what's a really, really good way, and I haven't seen somebody small do this, is what we're doing solo. The group videos.
Yeah.
Like I know it's hard to organize and put that effort as a small creator, but like if someone's small, like let's say Songs made a high quality group video like we did with different people, then don't you think they would still blow up? Maybe, low key.
A little bit.
Like maybe not to our level.
All the little guys just do like videos in the 2s and stuff. Like they don't like.
Yeah, they do simple videos. Like if somebody made some actually like really high quality videos, and I get that's so hard to do, but if they did that as a small creator, I feel like group videos are low key the king of YouTube. Like
yeah, they are.
Like if you make group videos, whether it's like 2K, whether it's IRL, or if you even look at Mr. Beast. Yeah, he does these challenges, but they're really just groups videos, kind of. Like he has a group and he does stuff. Like I feel like any type of videos you can do with a group And my rule is the more perspectives you have, the more entertaining it is, low key.
Yeah.
So anytime you have a group, anytime you have multiple perspectives or any type of challenge, I think that's the way to really, really blow up. But you gotta be careful because it takes a lot of resources to do those sometimes. And when you're a small creator, sometimes you don't have those resources.
Yeah. Do you think promotion matters a lot too, or no?
I'm not a big person on promotion.
Well,
Like
TikTok works low key.
I made my TikTok, and I didn't promote it from other platforms because I wanted like organic growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you can promote like a little bit, but I feel like you shouldn't be promoting like, oh, I'm gonna like spam my link or anything like that. I feel like you should just let it come to you. I feel like you got to believe in the algorithm. You're making good content, people will find
I'm
you.
not gonna lie.
And you can send people every once and then, but you shouldn't be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, people don't really know this, but when I was starting out, like, I did that a lot, like promoting myself.
Did that help?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Like, I would DM like a ton of people, like on Instagram, like whenever I uploaded. Like, I got a lot of like hate for it from some of them, and a lot of them didn't even look at it. But like, there were some people that like did look at it, so I don't know. It's like you're being the annoying guy, but like, you got to do what you got to do, you know? If they block me,
I've actually never done that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I've never
I used to do that.
hit people up
that was
at
when
all.
I was really small.
But do you really think it helped you? Like, I don't think it helped you. That's just me.
I feel like when you're small, it's not like a bad thing to do, but it's like when you're small, you kind of got to do whatever you can to like get a little fan base going. So that's like what I was trying to do.
And get some kind of starting fan base. Yeah. I always had that starting fan base because I was a top app, so
yeah,
I didn't really have to.
That's what you had to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing is kind of about DF. This is an interesting question here. How relevant is DF? Like, do you think we're in a good spot? Do you think we're in a bad spot? Everyone says, like, you know, the viewers are kind of confused. They don't really know what's going on. They think, you know, they think we could easily, you know, just make IRL videos and we're going to go crazy, which that might happen. But a lot of people don't realize that, like, there's a lot more that goes into it. So, like, what are your actual thoughts on, like, DF? Like, what type of spot we're in? Do you think we need to work harder? Like, all that type of stuff.
I think we're relevant. I think we're, like, I like to call it like a mainstream 2K. Like, everybody that plays 2K knows about DF.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things we should do is we need to expand to more different communities. Like, people like Fortnite probably never heard of DF, or people from like Call of Duty community never heard of DF. We want to make ourselves known to other communities. Yeah. So even though everybody in the 2K community knows about us, I feel like we got to make different type of content so we can expose different fan bases to, like, okay, like DF is this fun, entertaining group. And I think that's what we're missing right now. And that's probably on us, like, we just got to experiment. But I think I told you earlier, and that what made me feel really good is when I took that month break. I used to always be like really, really scared. The fact that I can take a month break and come back and still get views on the video is like, that shows me like, okay.
I remember you were really scared when you came back.
Yeah, I was, because you never know what's happening. The biggest fears of content creators, I used to stress like, I don't upload this week, I don't upload this month, like I'm falling off now, like nobody's gonna watch me. And now I realize that you don't have to think like that. Like, just focus on putting out quality, especially when you get to a big level like we are. It kind of self-sustains itself. And that's what I love about DF too, because we talked about this, but like we all help keep each other relevant, you know?
Yeah. Do you think that plays like a big role, or you think we overrate it or underrate that?
Bro, I think that plays a huge role. I think that's so useful, bro. It's like, I can never upload, but I'm still going to be relevant because everybody in DF helps keep us relevant. Like, the clan is relevant. Like, that's what I like about DF. It's like we're each other's safety nets. If somebody else fall, like, we're the net that's going to catch each other. And like, I don't know, it feels good to be like a group that's like supportive like that. I know some groups, like, they don't really care, but it's like, I feel like we're all help each other too. Like, if I hit you up and I'm like, okay, can you help me with this video? Or if I hit you up even like, can you community post this video? I feel like you would probably help me, you know? Yeah. And that's definitely useful because everybody has up and down times on YouTube, but I feel like what you can notice, and this is in any big group, like even the smallest member is like clouded as fuck because the group help keeps everybody like booming. I kind of realized that like when I first joined, because I remember, you know, if you just add the two letters DF into your name, like a lot of people know what that is. So let's say, like, this is something I thought about. Like, I upload a jump shot video. There's a bunch of jump shot videos. You know, there's Jimmy, Billy, whatever, and then there's Solo. But you see the DF, and you're like, oh, I kind of heard of that before. So they might click that one. Like, I feel like that definitely helps too. It's such a known brand now that like if you watch one DF channel, you're more likely to give the other ones a chance and sub quicker. Like if let's
Yeah.
say you watched you and then you see Power, then you'll be like, oh, they're in the same clan. I'm gonna sub to him, you know?
Yep.
So I like that. That's why I always kind of like always wanted to be in a clan or a group for YouTube. Like you can do it independent by yourself, but it's so much better to be in a group, in my opinion. If you have good people, like I always say, it's better to be with nobody than with a bad group, though, because then they're just leeching and it's like it doesn't make sense. But
you need people with the right mindset.
yeah, if you got the right mindset, then I always like being in the group, and I think that's why a lot of big creators, even if it's not like a clan or anything, they have the group. Like KSI, he's still on the side of me. You know what I mean? Mr. Beak, he has his own like group of people there, always to help, and I feel like your group just makes production of videos so much easier too, because you got people to go to.
Another thing, like talking about the mindsets, is like, let's say someone watching this is trying to create a group. Like, it's gonna be really hard to like find a bunch of people with the same mindset as you. So like, this is something that I feel like you did. Like, sometimes you kind of gotta create the mindset within a group. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. You kind of just gotta. You gotta. Yeah. What I did, I would just lead by like example.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
Yeah, and then you find people. Like what I had to do was I didn't know any big creators with the same mindset as me, honestly. Yep. So I found like smaller creators, and I was like, okay, I'll make content with them. It doesn't matter if they have 500, 1K subs. And there's now you'll see like people like you that maybe you had like few subs when I met you. Now you're just huge. So because we all grew together. So I think it's okay. Like even if you don't have the exact same sub count, or you might have to find people that are like smaller or bigger or whatever, and just make it work. It's all about the mindset.
Hold on. All right. So the next thing, I guess, is kind of more about like the future of like DF and like stuff like that. So we obviously talk about that a lot, but a lot of people, and especially people like listening or whatever, watching, they probably don't know anything. So like, where do you stand with the whole like face reveal thing? And let's say you even do a face reveal. Do you think that means that you'll do IRL content, or maybe does that just mean just face cam streams, or like what would that mean? You know what I mean? If you did a face reveal, would that 100% mean IRL content, or would it be like, you know what I mean? Or would it just be streams? Or
I've always said like, if I'm doing a face reveal, I'm doing IRL content, because I'm just definitely not. I'm just definitely not doing a face reveal.
That's what I'm saying.
Do gaming content. That's just me. Like, there's no point in me doing that.
So,
like, if I'm just gonna make gaming content, I'm not doing a face reveal.
Yeah.
I'm doing a face reveal for the IRL content. So I think if you see me do a face reveal, I think that's I'm doing IRL content.
You wouldn't really do one until you like 100% knew like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, and it's so hard. So it's like, how do we like, you know what I mean? Like, how do we? IRL is a whole new space, so we got to figure out how do we make entertaining IRL content, and we got to figure it out. And I mean, we're good at what we do, but it's gonna take some time to like get adjusted to it, you know, just like anything.
Yeah. So, this is another question. I don't know. I just thought of it. Like, so let's say we're gonna do the IRL content or whatever, like me and you, maybe some other people. Would you do the content first and then the face reveal, or would you do the face reveal and then do it? You know what I mean? Because like we said, 100%, you'd have to be like 100% know you're gonna do IRL content. So would you record it first?
Honestly, I don't think it matters, but that I think obviously like the face reveal has to be posted before you post IRL content, or otherwise that's backward. Like imagine people find out.
No, I'm not saying.
Wait, is that a good strategy? Is that a good strategy, Solo? Like my first IRL video is my face reveal too, or you think it should be split up?
Split up.
Okay, because I was like, that would guarantee my first IRL video bangs.
Yeah, like what if it was like you with like a mask on or something, and then like at the end you took it off, but like everyone would skip. That's the thing.
Yeah, they would, and then I feel like, okay, on your face reveal video, was the watch time low? Because I feel like people just skip.
Yeah, I think it was kind of low.
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
just what happens though with those videos.
Should I make my face reveal video like really short? I'm thinking of making it like 4 minutes and being out. But no, I need my money. I'm sorry, I need my money. I forgot about that. So it got to be 8 minutes for the money, and then I might dip. You feel me? Put like a couple ads. Like, okay, did you spam ads on your video? Okay, this is off topic.
Nah, I think I just did it like normally.
I'm about to put like 20 ads. You want to see my face? I better be getting the bag.
Okay, so for the future, like not only for you, but like what do you see as like the future for DF? Is obviously a tough question to answer. Or what do you think is coming soon? Stuff like that.
I don't know like exactly like the future. Hopefully like we figure it out. I always
We've been trying
encourage
to
it. It's
figure
kind
it
of
out,
like
you know.
when you're really young. Like the best way to figure out what you want to do is just try different things. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the thing we need to do. Like just try, do a little bit of everything and see what we're passionate about. We're not gonna know we want to do it until we do it. But the goal is like, okay, we make DF like this big brand that, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
represents something more than 2K. But you know what I mean? It represents us as people, and we can affect and we can change. Like I know this sounds crazy, but like we can change the world. You know, that's what I
So
want to do. I want to do some crazy stuff.
so like talking about the future, do you see DF as like a YouTube like content creation like group, or do you see it more of like as a business that we could like become more like whatever it is, like the other avenues of like, you know, whatever it may be?
Honestly, I see it as a business. I know some people see it as a YouTube
Yeah.
kind of group, but I feel like that's even so small minded. I think just how we feeling like we're getting capped or we're getting limited by 2K. I feel like there's gonna be a point where we feel like, okay, like we're bigger than YouTube. We're not just YouTubers.
Yeah.
So I think we transition to that next step, but we want to be like, okay, you know what my dream is, low key? Like we can go like public like FaZe did.
That's what I was just thinking about. Like a good example.
Yeah.
Like I hate bringing it up all the time, but like FaZe is a really good example. Like all the people that started that are kind of now just like on the business side of things, and like they got a
Yeah.
bunch of other talent, and they're just, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but that was it for like the main topics. But I have like two other sections here. We got like random questions. I got like a few random questions. They're not too
Okay.
random, but like I don't know. They're not worth a full topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, if you had to name 5 people like all time in the 2K community that you've spent the most time talking to, whether it's text or voice, who do you think the 5 are?
Okay. Grinding. Bandy. Chad. Henry. And Supreme.
You
Is
think?
that, I think is that for somebody? You think Chad is a little bit too high, Loki?
I don't know. You've got to think like
I don't know. I
years.
talked to Chad in 18, but
I'm not
I don't
talking
know.
like a I don't know how to word it. I'm not talking like a span. I'm talking like if we count, like, so you're talking to me right now and we've talked for like whatever 50 minutes right now. I'm talking like if you add up all the minutes talked to somebody or time spent to like texted somebody.
That's
So
hard.
that-
I think those are the top 5, but like,
Okay.
wait, who are the 5 I said again?
Grinding, Vandy.
I feel like Bandy's not top 5, low key, because I would play with
Yeah.
him. I wouldn't talk.
It was
to
like
him,
a
though. I
year or
wouldn't talk to
two.
him. Yeah, like I wouldn't talk to him like that, honestly. Would you be in there? I don't know. We did talk
I
for a
don't-
while.
I mean, we talked a little in 17, but not really. Like we don't really even have to count that. 19. It's been like 4 years now. 19, 20, 21, 22.
It could be. No. It's luck. It's luck. It's luck.
Oh yeah.
It's luck. It's luck. I forgot about it. It's luck. It's definitely luck.
Okay.
I used to talk to Luck forever.
Yeah, and
Like,
you knew him in what, like 18?
Yeah, I knew him in 18. I forgot. Like that's because me and Luck didn't really play together, so we didn't talk on that level. But like we would
Yeah.
talk like off stream a lot, so it's definitely Luck.
Okay, 2 questions. It's like a I don't know, it's like a 2-in-1 type thing. So like role models. Who is a role model in life and who's one in content creation for you?
Ooh.
Or if
this
you want
is-
to pass, you can pass on one if it's like, you know,
You're getting crazy.
if it's a little
Role
personal.
model and content creation. This is so hard, bro, because
I know, like if you ask me that, I don't even know what I would say.
I don't
really.
even know the top of my head.
I think I would say like FaZe Rug, honestly.
Yeah, I see the thing. I look up to like FaZe and like content creation and what they did with the group, but it's not like an individual member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I do look up a lot to like Mr. Beast and what he does. Like he transformed. He's shown that you can get more views on YouTube than ever possible. Like people thought it was like, oh, you can only get 1 million or 5 million. He showed like you can, if you make good content, you can go ahead and you
Yeah.
get 20, 30 million every video. Like he's taking it to new heights.
Like
And
he gets
that's
like
something that kind of
TV number views or whatever. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. And that's something that kind of inspires me like that. But I'm also inspired by like FaZe and what they did like with the group and coming together, and I like that. So I think That's both right there. Now you said like role models in life.
In life.
Ooh, that is a deep one, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be looking at a lot of quotes, and you know, someone I've been reading about a lot. So, who you gonna, you know, what
Do
I'm
I
saying
know or
no?
no?
Huh?
Do I know them or like? Well, obviously
I
I
mean,
know
everybody
them. But
knows this person.
have you told me before or like? Am I
Oh
supposed to
no,
guess?
I don't think I've told you.
Is it like is it a president or is it like a just an entrepreneur maybe?
Um, Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Yeah,
So an
like I like
entrepreneur.
Gandhi. Like I
No,
feel
I'm kidding.
like. Wait, why are you saying
I'm kidding.
that? I like Gandhi, and I just like his method of like resistance and just his whole mindset. And when I read about Gandhi, I feel like he's a role model of the kind of like hero I want to be to the people like he was to his Indian people.
Yeah. Okay. So you could pick anything for this. What is one thing that like the mainstream viewers on YouTube don't know about you? You can literally pick anything.
The mainstream, I feel like it's the
Yeah.
gaming thing because people were acting like I'm lying. Like I literally have not played COD. The first time I played Fortnite was that Henry video. That was literally my first game.
Oh my
I've never
God.
played GTA. Like
That
I
was
don't play
bad.
like a ton of games, and like people think I'm lying when I'm saying that, but like I really don't play like a ton of different games. And I guess what that's really cool. Maybe we can make content like trying it out.
Yeah.
But like I really have never tried out or experienced these games, and people think like that's just like some made up fact. And then also they don't know about my food taste, and I'm really picky, and I like all my food separate.
Oh
But
my,
like
yeah.
we don't want to get into that.
When it comes to like trying games for content, do you think it has to be like a hyped game or could it just be like a game that you want to upload?
Honestly, Solo, I don't know. I feel like we gotta try it, and because we don't know unless we experiment, right? Like
Yeah.
we have to try a non-hype game and see like
The
do we
hype
get
games
views?
are kind of easy, I feel like. You know,
What do you say?
the hype games are kind of easy. Like,
Yeah.
you will probably
Okay.
get
Do you
views.
think? Do you think? I think we might be like that as a group where we can just go on and we make a group video and it's entertaining no matter what game we're doing or playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just gotta see and experiment with it. So we'll try out. We can start with like bigger games and we can go down to like some completely random game and just make a video on it. You know?
Yeah. All right. So now we got another section here called like lightning questions is what I call it. So it's like shorter answers. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
you spend a lot of time. So, okay. Why did I write this down? I'm like reading them like right now. Like as I was about to just read it off the page. I don't even know why I wrote this, but I'm just going to read it. What is the best clan you've ever been in?
DF.
I don't know why I wrote that. Okay.
Like DF.
How many
like,
subs? How many subs do you see yourself having in 2 years?
In 2 years from now?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly because I feel like 2 years is such a time, but 1 mil plus for sure.
1.5.
But it could be like 3 million or it could be like
Oh my
1.3. Like
It's
you never
crazy
know.
when you
like
think about the future.
2 years is such a long time. It could be
It's
you
so
could have an
much.
explosion.
Because
But
you
1 mil
could
plus.
even fall off, or you could just explode in that amount of time.
Exactly.
Okay. If you had to name someone in DF that has the most potential, excluding you grinding Double H, me clutch and luck, who would it be?
Ooh. I gotta actually look at the roster for this. Hold up.
Okay.
Do you have a person in mind? I kind of want to hear your person too.
Let me look at the roster too. Everyone has potential, you know, but if you got to pick one, let's see. Because we wouldn't have recruited people if they didn't have potential.
Yeah.
This is such a tough question.
I know my answer, but I kind of want to hear
Should I do
yours.
mine first?
Yeah, you do yours.
Okay. Now, are you talking just 2K content, or are we talking just all around, like IRL, if they
Ooh, that's
transfer and all
hard.
that?
Like that
What is your
hard.
answer?
That's
based
so
on?
hard because if we talk IRL all around, it's different answers.
Because they also have to have a really good mindset too, and like creativity.
Who's your
and stuff.
person? Who's your person?
Mine is gonna be. You probably know who I'm gonna say.
Who? Chad?
Yeah.
Gonna say Chad? I see that low key, especially IRL and everything. I feel like he does have a good personality. You know who I'm gonna say?
It really comes down to work ethic too.
Yeah, he has really, really good work ethic. I feel like Supreme's a guy that would be really good IRL, but it's like he don't have the work ethic.
Yeah. So who's
All
your
right,
person?
guess, because it's more fun that way.
Um,
One guess, go.
what is yours based on? Is it like work ethic, creativity, their mindset, their content? Are
Oh,
they,
it's
like,
based on
entertaining?
everything. Just
And
guess.
everything? Okay. This is annoying because I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm gonna pick Enzo.
It's mine is Arzen.
You think?
Yeah, because I feel like
He has
I feel like
work
what's
ethic
so
too.
I feel like what's so important with everybody that's succeeded is they know how to make really, really good videos, and
And they know how to edit and do everything themselves.
yeah, they know how to edit and do it themselves. So
That's a
I feel
good
like
pick,
Arzen's
too.
the one guy I are them. Like I feel like a lot of people like they have the personality, they're entertaining, but like they wouldn't know what to do with the clout. Like they wouldn't know how to make a good video. I
Yeah.
feel like Arzen's a guy like he knows how to capitalize. He knows how to make really good videos.
He's
and he
smart.
knows how to put it together. So he's smart. So
There's a lot of
I say
young
Arzen.
people, you know.
Yeah, like there's some people like if they knew how to do more stuff, then I feel like they would be up there. But Arzen,
Yeah.
that's why he's my pick, to be honest.
Okay. I know the answer, but who is your best friend in the 2K community?
Best friend.
Or skip.
Who's the answer? Who you said you know the answer?
Double H.
Yeah, it's Double H.
Okay. Is the job of content creation harder than the average job an adult has, in your opinion? Because a lot of people think it's way easier.
Okay, so like, what do you mean? What do you mean by like harder? Because that's the thing. Is it some people will say when they say it's harder, they mean like, oh, well, it takes more like manual labor, or like you know what I mean? Like it's harder. And here's the thing: I feel like content creation isn't hard in the sense that like all the work you have to do is hard. No, it's not. I feel like a regular job is more harder. But is it harder in the sense that what you have to put in, like
it obviously
thinking
depends
wise?
what job too, but that's why I said average job. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
not talking about like a doctor or like a surgeon.
Yeah.
I'm saying like someone, you know, maybe goes into the office, they kind of do the same thing every week. That type of thing.
Yeah, it kind of depends. You know what I mean? What you mean by harder? I feel like it's not just like easy
I would say
to
it
be a
is
content creator.
harder.
Yeah, but not harder like physically wise. Harder and not harder like you have to put more time in. Harder like it's really hard to blow up.
I'd be ending my streams and I'm just sore and just I need to like massage and everything.
That's true, but like
I'm kidding. Wait, what? How is that true? You need like a massage after your stream and shit?
I do though, but the thing is like I like the flexibility to the content creator. Like you might have to put long hours or try a day, but I can be like,
There's
fuck it,
levels to
not,
it.
Yeah, I'm
Sometimes
just
you
not.
can chill.
Yeah, you can just chill if you don't want to, or you can take time off. Where if you have a regular job, you have to wake up every day.
Yeah.
That's got to be annoying.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So
Which year is like kind of there's a second question that's gonna follow it, but which year in your life was the most fun in your entire life?
well, I don't even know that. I feel like some of my
you had
younger
to
years
pick
were really
one
fun. I
year.
just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll answer this too if you want.
Yeah,
I'd have to
answer it
think,
too.
Are you thinking?
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know. Like I can't
this is
think of
tough.
it off the top of my head. But
Because
maybe my 8th grade year.
because how do I differentiate like the 2K years? Because I've had like a lot of fun doing this, and then also like
Yeah. Okay. Were your
the
2K
school
years or were
stuff.
your pre-2K years better?
I mean, I don't know. I would
Exactly,
probably say,
right?
I'd probably say the 2K stuff, but it's like two completely different things, you know?
Right.
Let's just exclude the 2K stuff.
Oh, if we're excluding the 2K stuff, yeah, it's my 8th grade year. That was
8th
so
grade
fun.
year?
Yeah, that was so fun.
Mine's probably I don't even know. I'm gonna say like 5th grade. I don't know. I feel like when you were hella young, there was just so much like fun stuff you could do and like nothing really mattered. Like you had like no problems. So
Yeah.
which year in 2K was the most fun? You're probably gonna say 2K16.
It was 2K16. That's when you
Even though
first
you weren't
started.
like huge on YouTube or any of that, you wouldn't. Say
Yeah,
2K20?
that didn't matter.
2K20 is that second?
I don't know. 2K20 wasn't. No, it's not second. It's 2K19 second.
Okay, which year of YouTube was the most fun for you?
Same thing.
2K19?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
again, you might, there's like a bunch of like small questions I wrote, so you might think they're dumb or whatever. Do you think you've already reached your prime?
Ooh. No.
Okay. That's good that you said that. That would have been bad if you're like, yeah, I reached it. Okay. Oh, this is a really tough one also. You probably are not going to know how to answer it, but how long do you see yourself doing YouTube for?
I don't know. I can't really answer that. It's hard.
Answer that.
I feel like you said put things in your mind and you don't know until you're there. Like, okay, exactly. I'm done with it.
Who knows if YouTube will even be a thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what else. Do you think DF will last forever? This is a bad question because nothing lasts forever usually.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, eventually it's gonna end, but hopefully it doesn't end for a long time.
Could you see yourself like being 50 years old, still like repping DF like as a business?
Well, it depends how big we make it. If we're a $1 billion business, hell yeah.
So yeah, okay. Do you plan to expand DF into a business? And a lot of these we already talked about, but it's like I wrote them down, so we're just gonna go through them really quick.
Yeah, okay.
So yes. And I said, what type of business do you see DF becoming? That's tough to answer.
I want us to expand in a lot of things. I want us to expand into like we're going to be like a clothing brand, something like 100 Thieves. Yeah. I want us to be able to sell, like, I want us to make our own product. Like, what if we start like, I feel like that's how we get, like, if we like, I don't know, like, I don't know what a product could be, but like, I want us to create and make like
I feel like a lot of groups haven't done that. They just kind of, they get big, they sell merch, they make their videos, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, like I want us to start like,
but like they don't have like real products and stuff.
I feel like if we got really big, then we could make like our own product. Like I feel like we could be a huge brand. Like I know this sounds crazy, but like what if DF was like an Apple?
That's what I'm saying, because I actually heard this the other day. Like it was another podcast. I'd be listening to podcasts, and that's also like why I kind of wanted to do this. Yeah. Someone was saying like they think FaZe and there was another team, they said, I think it might have been 100 Thieves. They said like those are gonna become the new like Nikes and Adidas in the world. Like those, they're gonna have the clothes and like, you know what I mean, like all those products.
That's the goal, to be honest. So like what if we had our own shoe line? Oh my god, you're gonna be started.
Okay, last couple questions. Which DF member, if you had to pick one, would you least like to move in with? I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like live with in the same room, you know, maybe like college, for example, like you had to dorm with one of them, you know what I mean?
Supreme.
Okay. Why?
You know why. We're not gonna talk about it.
Okay. He knows why too, probably.
He knows why too.
This is like the final question here. I feel like people want to know about this. How many people do you think DF will recruit in 2022? If you had to pick a number, like obviously we're gonna.
I feel like I don't choose numbers because it kind of like.
Yeah.
It comes to us, like, you know.
Yeah, but if you had to pick a number or maybe a small range of numbers, what would you say? Because like I think in 2021, how many were there?
2021? Like okay, at this time in 2021?
No, there's like 4 or 5 actually. There's 5.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember this time in 2021, it was like, I don't know, like it was like I couldn't think of anybody to recruit, right? And we were struggling because we had this December DF thing, and we really didn't have any good people to recruit. And then at the end of the year, boom, 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 we came up with a ton of recruits. We came with Glidey. We came with Enzo, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like it'll just come to us as the year goes on because people begin to separate themselves.
And people always ask us like, when are you going to recruit and all that type of stuff. Like, we want to recruit. We just don't know who to recruit, and we want to recruit the right people. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're waiting. Okay, February comes. That's when we're going to recruit. Like, we're not thinking like that. Like, we're trying to recruit now, but we just can't find the right people yet. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's it. Any final, like, how do you think this went?
I don't know. You told me. I don't know. I'm scared. Like, did I do bad?
No, I think it went good because we'd be having talks like this, and like, I don't know. I feel like
I think I tried my best, but I'll be getting nervous. We didn't even talk about it. I'll be getting nervous.
Yeah. So yeah, drop a like in this. Let me know what you guys think of this. Should we do another one? Because honestly, you know, I could do another one with Power. I mean, we just talked about it a lot, but I could find more stuff. Should I keep doing these? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like, sub up, and I'm out.